30 memorable quotes from film The Bridge on the River Kwai, 1957, Part 3. The Bridge on the River. Kwai, 1957, directed by David Lean, is a powerful World War II epic exploring themes of honor, duty, pride, and madness. Set in a Japanese POW camp in Burma, the film follows British Colonel Nicholson, Alec Guinness, who, after a tense standoff with the brutal camp commandant Colonel Sato Sesshu Hayakawa, agrees to lead his men in constructing a bridge for the enemy, believing it will showcase British discipline and morale. As the bridge nears completion, a British commando team, including escaped prisoner Commander Shears, William Holden, is sent on a mission to destroy it. Meanwhile, Nicholson's obsession with building a perfect bridge blinds him to the fact that he's aiding the enemy. The film climaxes in a tense confrontation between idealism and reality, with Nicholson eventually realizing his fatal error. As the bridge is blown up, the final word, madness, echoes the central irony of war, that principles, when taken to extremes, can lead to destruction. Acclaimed for its performances, direction, and iconic score, including the Colonel Bogey March, the film won 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and remains a defining cinematic portrayal of the psychological complexities of war. And quote, madness, and quote, Major Clipton, and quote, do not speak to me of rules. This is war. This is not a game of cricket, and quote, Colonel Sato, and quote, what have I done, and quote, Colonel Nicholson, and quote, it only goes to show, you never know what's in a man's mind, and quote, Major Clipton, and quote, we can teach these barbarians a lesson in Western methods and efficiency, and quote, Colonel Nicholson, and quote, if you're looking for a hero, I'm not it, and quote, Commander Shears, and quote, I'm not an officer, I'm a doctor, I have no rank, and quote, Major Clipton, and quote, be happy in your work, and quote, Colonel Sato, and quote, we're not going to get this bridge built by standing around talking, and quote, Colonel Nicholson, and quote, do you know what will happen to me if the bridge is not ready in time, and quote, Colonel Sato, and quote, you British prisoners have been chosen to build a bridge, and quote, Colonel Sato, and quote, I'm not going to run, that's all I have to say, and quote, Colonel Nicholson, and quote, that man is an absolute lunatic, and quote, Commander Shears, and quote, it's a difficult situation. It calls for a miracle, and quote, Major Warden, and quote, you make me sick with your heroics, and quote, Commander Shears, and quote, you're a fine Dr. Clipton, but you have a lot to learn about the army, and quote, Colonel Nicholson, and quote, one day the war will be over. We'll have to go back to our jobs, and quote, Colonel Nicholson, and quote, I'm not sure whether I admire you or pity you, and quote, Major Clipton, and quote, you give me powders, pills, baths, injections, enemas, when all I need is love, and quote, Commander Shears, and quote, you are defeated, but you have no shame, and quote, Colonel Sato, and quote, he's the stubbornest man I ever met, and quote, Commander Shears, about Nicholson, and quote, it's the old school tie, it's the code of the British officer, and quote, Major Warden, and quote, you give me responsibility and I take it, and quote, Colonel Nicholson, and quote, they are using our own officers to command us to work. That is betrayal, and quote, Commander Shears, and quote, the bridge is not just a bridge. It's a monument to British discipline, and quote, Colonel Nicholson, and quote, I've been thinking. Tomorrow's a holiday. Let's all take the day off, and quote, Commander Shears, sarcastic, and quote, you're a good man. Warden, a bit cold, but good, and quote, Commander Shears, and quote, I hope for your sake they're watching. I hope they see you die, and quote, Commander Shears, and quote, do you know what will happen if the bridge is not completed, and quote, Colonel Sato, and quote, we must build the bridge as a symbol of what we stand for, and quote, Colonel Nicholson, and quote, we're here to do a job, and by God, we'll do it properly, and quote, Colonel Nicholson, and quote, this is war, not a tea party, and quote, Colonel Saito, and quote, you speak to me of loyalty, but what is loyalty when you serve madness, and quote, Major Clipton, and quote, I don't intend to die here, and quote, Commander Shears, and quote, you're going to die here like the rest of us, and quote, Colonel Sato, and quote, they're going to blow the bridge, and we're going to help them do it, and quote, Major Warden, and quote, you built the bridge to stand, now help us bring it down, and quote, Major Warden, and quote, there's nothing heroic in dying needlessly, and quote, Commander Shears, and quote, the moment is near, the bridge must fall, and quote, Major Warden, and quote, Nicholson, you maniac, you helped them build it, and quote, Commander Shears, and quote, we are not barbarians, and quote, Colonel Sato, and quote, a good soldier obeys without question, but a good officer thinks first, and quote, Major Warden, and quote, are you sure you don't want a medal, Colonel, and quote, Commander Shears, and quote, there's something in you, Nicholson, that the Japanese will never understand, and quote, Major Clipton, and quote, I'm going to blow up my own bridge, and quote, Colonel Nicholson, and quote, you know what you're doing, you're helping the enemy, and quote, Commander Shears, and quote, better to die than live without honor, and quote, Colonel Saito, and quote, there's no dignity in slavery, and quote, Major Clipton, and quote, the bridge will stand as long as our honor, and quote, Colonel Nicholson, and quote, madness, madness, and quote, Major Clipton, closing line.